I've said to you in previous podcasts that what
For
happened to
sure.
me about jail and all this shit, it was me. I take absolute responsibility for everything that's ever happened to me. I'm not a person who blames anyone else.
Which is good because just to even monologue on this, because I love saying this shit all the time on all my socials all the time. Like, if you want to have infinite power in your life and infinite freedom in your life, you just have to blame yourself for everything. It's really just that simple. Why does that work? Why does that make sense? Because when you blame yourself for every single problem that you have in your life, that means you now have the power to create solutions. Because how are you supposed to solve a problem that you think is not your fault? If I say it's this person's fault that I don't have the life that I want, that means I have to sit here and wait for this other person to decide, hey, let me fix your problem. And when does that ever happen? Never, my niggas. It never happens. So if you do want to win in life, if you do want to achieve a lot of great shit in your life, then you have to go in and out of your way to blame yourself for everything. Even when you think it might not make sense to, you should still do it. Why? Because not only does this give you the capability to solve your problems, but it also makes you smarter. It forces you to become more capable and gain more abilities and skills. Because you blame yourself. So you're like, well, I have to solve the problem now. So I have to gain skills and abilities to solve this problem. So it's a cycle of you just infinitely getting stronger so you can have everything in your life because everything is your fault now. So you have to get all the skills and capabilities you could possibly get to solve all problems so you can get things that you want. And this just makes you an inevitable beast. This makes you an inevitable winner in your life forever because there's nothing that can happen to you where you're not just going to be like, okay, I'm going to have to figure this shit out because it's all on me. And that's just your response to everything. This is what makes you an infinite winner, right? How weak you are or how strong you are is determined by how much you complain about others and how much you blame others for problems. If you blame nobody for anything, and if everything is your fault, you can become infinitely strong. Whereas if you blame everyone and you complain about everyone, you're infinitely weak because you have no control over your life in its direction. You're giving that right to everybody else except for you. Don't fucking do that shit, y'all. Telling you, man. That's why the responsibility thing is an absolute cheat code more than you niggas realize, y'all. Like if everything is on you, it's like, bro, your life becomes so fun. It's just a series of you gaining skills and abilities to solve all your problems. It's just so awesome. Rather than sitting and wallowing in self-pity and saying it's everybody's fault and whatever. It's like, nigga, no one's coming to save you, bro. You probably heard that a million times from a million different places across the internet, but it's just that's the truth. It's because it's true. So